This the NC beat. I got a freak elite like Pablo P. 980 the Neo fold is where the Charlotte leaks. 252 for the Greenville. Hat on blue for the Tar Heels. I can edge them on this paradox. Like crack foes, like the locks. We knock bolts and then
Make sure y'all share the live when you come in.
how I can't even announce my parents script to reach the dock. Cause when this ball point to close, my mental travel hellish spots like astro projection. Can I conjoint the two of us if there is no connection? But you can close section. The NCB, the NCB, the NCB, the NCB. Whoa, whoa.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, I love you, Mr. Jackson. For real, I do.
I almost got away. If it wasn't for that goddamn Gerald Jackson and the NC Beat mob, I almost got away. Gots to be more careful.
Y'all, I'm over here trying to fix this damn these damn lights over here got me looking orange and yellow. Got my mouth looking yellow. I'm like, God, what? Damn, I'm trying to fix it. How that look? I still look this damn light. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I'm trying to shit. I'm gonna have to do it like that. Then I guess I don't know. Oh, we go. Lord have mercy. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in on tonight. Welcome to the NC Beat. This is your boy, Mr. Jackson. Y'all excuse my appearance. Y'all know I've been so busy this week. I got to go to the barbershop and clean my face. All right, I'm looking a little rough. Okay, I'm looking a little rough, but please hold on. I got to get this light together. Let me see. Okay, listen. I guess we just gonna use this. I don't know what's going on with the light tonight. Hold on, let me see if I can focus this thing. All right, well, I guess I don't know. Anyways, shout out to everybody that's tuning in on tonight. Let me know where you're watching from on tonight. Make sure you share the live tonight. Make sure you tag somebody, let them know, okay? You know, already know Gabe Lincoln. Y'all know JoLeeShine. Y'all know JoLeeShine, her former friend, the one that called up here on the NC Beat one night. We was doing a show about Jolene, about that nigga going upside her head. You know, that she kept on running back to. It was like traffic on the highway. Cars just coming. I'm like, God damn, Jolie, you back again. He hit you upside your head with a boiling pot. You back again. Hit you upside your head with a lasagna pot. You back again. Hit your ass upside the head with a Family Dollar aluminum pan, and you back. And see, Gabe tried to call up here and thought he was going to roast, but you little ratatouille looking ass nigga. We're going to roast your pump pussy ass tonight. They said that you up here trying to get clout and getting money off a black woman's son's death. You ain't no motherfucking news reporter. You is a prison sissy. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. All right, y'all. So anyways, we're going to talk about Aunt D. She has broken her silence after her son jumped off a bridge earlier this week. In Knoxville, Tennessee. Her family has really been going through some stuff. We're going to talk about that on tonight. We also going to go to Durham, North Carolina, where a man posted on Facebook and say he didn't kill his mama. He didn't even call her mama. He called her by her government name, but people that know them say that him and his mom had a strained relationship, you know, that they didn't have a good relationship or what have you. And it started all over a car, her trying to leave and him allegedly wouldn't allow her to leave, you know, instead of him turning himself in and telling the police he ain't had nothing to do with it and stuff like that. They had to go get him. And before they got him, a day before they got him, he got on Facebook trying to tell the people, plead his innocence. You know, so we're going to talk about that on tonight. We also going to go to Charlotte, North Carolina, where a man apparently got brutally beaten by a security guard at the Eden Plaza on Pecan Avenue. Pecan, I don't know how y'all, I'm from Alabama, okay? We call them pecans, okay? I didn't know what a pecan was until I got to North Carolina, okay? But, I mean, they beat the man, whoever the security guard is, beat the brakes off the guy. He came on Facebook and he put it out there, and people was really making a joke out of the situation. I think that's what made him delete the post. He did delete it. Y'all already know we playing catch up over here on the NC Beat. All right. Shout out to y'all. Oh, we definitely gonna be talking about Ratatouille tonight. We definitely gonna be talking about you tonight. Probation parole officer Gabby Lincoln. You know, I got a picture over here that I found. This motherfucker over here looking like a probation parole officer. And we're gonna talk about knowing you weren't hanging out with all them black people in prison. You know, knowing you weren't hanging out with none of them black people in prison, but you get out here, you want to be black so bad. You want to be black. You know, you went from fat to black. I'm so damn, I don't know. We don't know, but we're gonna talk about you on tonight, Miss Gabby. We're gonna talk about you on tonight. Okay. So let me go ahead and go to the first story on that. Matter of fact, before I go to the first story on the night, Beat Mob, shout out to y'all. Welcome to the NCB. Shout out your city and where you watching from on tonight. You know, I don't understand why, you know, Gabe could really do us a favor. You know, that punk really can do us a favor. He can really go to his neighborhoods, his white people neighborhoods, and really show us how many of them on Medicaid and food stamps and social, not Social Security, but you know, y'all getting help that, you know, be real, because you know the Republicans and people want everybody to believe that black folks is only people getting assistance and black people is the only people that's on Medicaid and Section 8. Go on, Gabe, probation parole officer, Miss Gabby. Take your ass on down there, do them damn slum and dirty ass trailer parks on over there and show the people how many of your people is on that shit too, and that you trying to cling on to everybody that's viral, you know. But we're going to talk about you on tonight. All right. Shout out to everybody. Let me see where y'all watching from on tonight. Charlotte in the building. What's up, Renee? Punkin Moore in the building. Omaha, Nebraska. And I didn't know black people was in Nebraska. Scotland Neck, North Carolina. What's up, Scotland Neck? What's up, Francesca? Shout out to my moderators on tonight. Pensacola, Florida in the building. Mimi, now why is this man talking about he ain't killed his mama? We're gonna talk about it on tonight. Goldsboro in the building, Lumberton in the building, Oklahoma in the building on tonight, High Point, North Carolina in the building on tonight. They sent me a video of some girl getting drugged down the street in High Point, and I'm trying to decide, is it newsworthy or is it not? I don't think it's newsworthy. That's why I ain't put it out yet. Salem Bird, North Carolina, Fayetteville, I see you. Hope Mills in the building. Rich Square in the building on tonight. Linda Bond. How you doing, Linda? Oh, sorry, that's your name. It's Plymouth. Okay, you from Plymouth, North Carolina. All right, Brick City, New Jersey in the building on tonight. Philadelphia in the building on tonight. Go ahead and hug somebody and have a seat. Okay, I know y'all like when I'm late because they give y'all enough time to get on up in here. Don't come up in here tonight talking about, oh, it's been 2 hours and I ain't getting no notification, but you knew what time we coming on live. You already knew that on tonight. I just want to let y'all know my teeth is not buttery. It's this goddamn light. Let me see if I can get this light together. Let me see if I get some more, light together. Let's see. Well, I guess we just gonna have to do that. Oh, yeah. All right, y'all. We moving right on along. This man in Durham, North Carolina, done said he ain't killed his mom, and the people said, "Boy, you is lying through your goddamn teeth." And they said that you killed your mama over a car, a Jaguar. You didn't want to let her leave the house. I don't know what's going. Why? How could you kill your mama? How could you kill your mama? How could you kill the woman that walked around and carried your nappy-headed ass for 9 months? You know, I've learned when me and my mom have disagreements, I've learned to just leave the house and go back to my house. Amen. You know, sometimes you just got to leave. All right, mama, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll call you later. Let her sit there in her own misery. You know, but at the end of the day, this man right here, Durham man arrested allegedly for killing his mom, denies he murdered her in a Facebook post, and he did. His name is Alexander James Glenn Jr. Alexander is in the Durham County Jail right now with no bond. No bond. He holding his head up high because he wants y'all to know he gonna be strong. He gonna be strong in the Lord because he said he is innocent. He's innocent. He didn't kill his mama. Okay, and I'm gonna give you all a little bit of facts. Now, this man right here on May 15, police said they responded to a home on Red Mill Road. Authorities have arrested 38-year-old Alexander James Glenn Jr., who you see right here, who is now facing charges for the brutal killing of his mother, 64-year-old Miss Stephanie Donita McCoy. According to Durham County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to a disturbance at McCoy's home on the morning of the incident. Upon arrival, officers found McCoy and Glenn Jr. in a heated argument. McCoy told deputies that her son had refused to give her the keys to a vehicle. They say it was a Jaguar, okay, registered to her boyfriend. So the car was not even Glenn's, allegedly. The car was his mom's boyfriend, okay? And according to police, they had already been out there one time that day because he did not want to give his mama the keys to that car so that she could leave the house. So police said that he didn't want to let her leave the house. So deputies said that they were there. They instructed Glenn Jr. that he couldn't drive the car anyway because your license suspended. So why you got your mama keys and your license suspended? You don't need to be having no kind of, and you know, this is the problem. You know what? I'm just keep on going. Why? I don't understand. Why is you, Lord, let your mama leave the house? Why you didn't want to let your mama leave the house? Now, things do get a little bit suspicious, okay? Now, according to court documents, they said that Glenn left the house. And in his Facebook post, he said, y'all, I left the house like the police told me to leave. So he said that he left the house, okay? He said he left the home. Police said he left on foot. Now, hours later, police said that they got a second 911 call from the address. And this time when they got back, they found McCoy's mom dead. Okay. Excuse me. They found Miss McCoy dead. Okay. And Glenn Jr., a day before he was arrested, came on social media and he made this post right here. He said, I did not kill Stephanie McCoy. I was told to leave the house and not return by the sheriff deputies, and that's what I did. You all can call me a piece of shit, drug addict, and whatever else, a liar and everything. I maintain my innocence and will speak with authorities when it's time. But they didn't give him time to speak to them. They came and swooped him up like a thief in the night, okay? Now, family members did say that McCoy and her son right here, Glenn, did not have a good relationship. Now, when police came back to the house the second time, they found his mom dead and she had a punctured like a hole in the left side of her neck. Okay. You know, signifying she may have been stabbed. Okay. Now, they have not said how Alexander or how they tie him to the incident. Now, it would be messed up if they say, oh, he killed his mom all of a sudden, you know, because they got into an argument later that day. Now, you got to have some proof that this man really killed his mom. Now, he's saying he ain't kill her. Okay? He's saying he's not killing. Now, I believe everybody has a right to a defense. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. Okay? Now, he said he didn't kill his mom. We know they had a prior incident. He left. He said he left. The police told him to leave. And hours later, they come back and she is dead. And the car is not in the driveway. Okay. So now I'm going to just throw this out here. Okay. I'm going to just throw this out here. Now, when you read the article and you read the story, it says that he had his mom keys and would not give her the keys. Now, that's what police said. Okay. That's what the first call to this address on Red Mill Road was about. Okay, is that McCoy told deputies that Alexander refused to give her the keys to a vehicle registered to her boyfriend and would not allow her to leave the house. Okay, now if he could not drive and the police told him to leave, then I want to know who got the keys. Okay, because this is hours later. Deputies returned to the residence after the second call. This time, McCoy was found dead with a deep puncture wound to the left side of her neck. The vehicle was no longer in the driveway. Now, it is possible that he came back and got them keys, found them keys, or maybe he had a spare key. Okay, and the reason why I'm just saying, you know, maybe he went back and got the keys and then took the car and left, or, you know, he had a spare key is because they are accusing him of being the person that killed his mom. Again, he said he did not kill his mother. So I want to know, well, is there footage of him going back to the house after he leaves? What happened to the keys? Did the police get the keys? I mean, I would assume that Miss Stephanie would put the keys up or try to hide the keys if when the police was there and they told him, you know, you shouldn't be able to drive because, you know, your license is suspended. He leaves the house. So who has the keys? The police got the keys. Did they give them back to Miss Stephanie? I mean, these are the questions that I want to know because this man has come out and said he did not kill his mom. Okay. But, you know, somebody said, Paula said, DNA would tell it. Yeah, DNA would tell it. Now, I went to his Facebook page. Let me pull up his Facebook page. I went to his Facebook page. I didn't screenshot these messages or whatnot, but I wanted to pull some up that I have found. Hold on. Now listen, remember, family members were saying that him and his mom did not have a good relationship. And so I was going through his page and I had found this one post from March 29th, 2020. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. And it says, I thank God for being adopted and for having an actual mother who loves me, even though I make fucked up decisions. Martha Glenn's methods are always made out of love. I've had so many friends and family tell me I shouldn't have given Stephanie McCoy another shot at ruining my life, but I did. And as always, at first it starts good, but of course it always turns bad. And I knew that it would. I just thought I'd get my life situated before it happened. Well, guess not. And whatever he says, lesson learned. Okay. And then on another one, he says, so he says, Stephanie Danita McCoy, karma will reap upon you. And then if you go to the comments, someone said, well, AJ said, this is Alexander, this is his Facebook page. He said, this woman claiming and blaming me for stealing some type of card from her, knowing damn well I didn't. I let her, quote, hold my tax card to save money so I can get my card. Owe her $400, told her she could take it off. Somehow $1,800 of mine is gone. Also, she lied about me stealing a key to a fucking SUV. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm just really paying attention to this right here. Here we go back to a key again. Back to this key situation again. Okay. He said she lied about me stealing a key to an SUV that has no fucking engine in it, caused the cops on me to get me arrested. Cops discovered that the key is in the ignition of the car the whole time. She knows I have zero help and no way to get anywhere. So what does she do? Take all my fucking food that I have left and hides it in her side of the house. It's bad enough I've given her the benefit of the doubt because I have no other options. But she preys on the shit when I confront her about my money missing. One day somebody gonna do her so fucking dirty, just like she do everybody else. You reap what you fucking sow. Now these are the messages. Hold on, let me see who this first person is that's spamming the chat. His son is here, Gerald. He want to talk. Baby dad, his daughter is in the chat. She wants to join the live. Who daughter? So anyways, this is you know, one of the posts, some of the posts that I found, you know, but He said, my baby mama's gone. This is May 9th, 2020. My baby mom's gone. Tell me what's up. When your own flesh and blood is a snake in the grass, Stephanie McCoy need to be worried about the $2,800 she stole from me and going back to federal prison, almost 60 years old and still doing the same scam. Wait, Miss Stephanie was a scammer? Wait a minute. Now, you know what? Oh, Lord. Miss Stephanie got a criminal record for scamming? Oh, Lord. Okay. Allegedly, I haven't looked this up, so I don't know. This is just this is his mom though. Almost 60 years old and still doing the same scam and sneaky shit she been doing. Thank God I was blessed by being adopted and having a mother who truly loves me. Now, again, this is just me showing, because remember, I'm only gonna seek what people put out there. I'm gonna go search what you put out there. I'm gonna go try to find it. And when the family members stated that him and his mom had, they didn't have a good relationship, this right here is telling, me, because I got to report it to y'all. I work for the people. I got to report it to y'all. But this is showing me, what the family member told the news. They didn't have a good relationship. They didn't. This is showing that. Your mom's going hard on you, right? She literally messaged like 15 people I know and then me wanted me to press charges on you. Wow. Please don't give up on me. July 4th, 2024. I need Stephanie. Oh, I don't know that. That's not his mom. But these are some of the right when I think I'm about to follow some of my too. Okay. But anyways, these are some of the posts that he had made, in regards to his, his mom. So somebody said, let me go back to the okay, let me read some of y'all comments. Okay, let me see. Let me read some of y'all comments. Miss Nicole Edwards says she was such a sweet lady. Yes, I've heard so many good things about Miss Coy as well. I don't know the relationship that she had with her child, and I can't speak on that because I don't know. I do know that kids and parents like to put the blame on somebody else just to get sympathy. But so I don't know. Kendra said, not a car that doesn't belong to either of them. This is sad. Yeah, right. Why he mad any damn way? Ain't supposed to be driving a trifling MF. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Ebony? Somebody named Bernardine O'Neill said, why is you even in her house? Find your own place and taking over and talking back is just sad. They don't even love their own parents anymore. I never will hurt my family at all. Wow. Dana gonna tell it all. Nicole said he wasn't right in the head. Oh man. Somebody said Malachi Lipford said, I wish I could join the live. He's my father. I've got plenty of intel. Okay, Malachi, DM the page. If you message the page right now, message the page and I can send you a link and I can bring you up. There's your answer to all your questions. That is that post. Bria, I know, but the thing about it is he could have went back. He could have found a way back, but I want to know what they have. They are not releasing what they have. You get what I'm saying? I get what he's saying, but I'm just trying to understand who got the keys, like, because the car is going out the driveway. So what, I mean, they said, did the police locate the car? That's a good question. I don't think I read that they did. Yeah, I told him to message the page. Do y'all see the repeated behavior? Yeah, it's crazy. Bria Lee says his son's sister here. I'm the sister. The son is Malachi Lipford. Yeah, I just told Malachi to message me on the page. Once he messaged me on the page, I can send him this link and we can hear from him for a couple of minutes. Okay, he just messaged me. Let me send him this link. All right. So just follow the instructions on the link. So a guy named Malachi Lipford was in the chat while I was talking about this story, and he said that Mr. Glenn Jr. is his dad, and he has a lot of intel about what's going on. Okay, so we would like to know, we want to hear from him. So he's coming up. All right, as I check out the statistics tonight, we have 92 reactions on Facebook. Get them up. We got 44 shares. Come on, y'all, stop lazy. All right. Okay. All right. So,
Hello?
Malachi, hold on, brother. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's up, man? So you are the son of Mr. Glenn Jr.?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately.
Oh God. Well, oh, okay. So I didn't know if you was coming up here to defend him or if you was coming
Oh
to.
hell no.
Oh, you okay? So let me ask you, how can we prove that you his son? What
You
proof
could
you got you his son?
go to his Facebook page.
Okay, you gonna be up there?
Yeah.
All right, I believe you. Go ahead, man. What you got to say?
So pretty much like really all y'all need to know like what the media isn't gonna tell you well
Mm,
what they really don't know. So my dad just got out of prison last year in August on August. No, it wasn't August. It was June. It was a week before I graduated because he was at my graduation.
mm-hmm.
He gets out of prison. He did 4 years for stabbing a man in the neck. Connect the dots. Okay, my
Yeah,
grandma was stabbed in the neck, so he's already got a history with this.
yeah.
So boom, he also struggles with a drug addiction like meth, crack, and so did Stephanie as well. They was all up there doing the
Wait, wait,
cahoots
wait,
together.
wait, 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 wait. You saying Miss McCoy
Yes.
was doing what? Allegedly?
Yes. No, not allegedly, looking like for real.
Wow. So is it really over a car or what's the real story?
So my dad like just a few months ago he got kicked out of my grandma's crib because he thought there was snipers in the yard and people in the attic trying to kill him. Like he gets these like manic episodes, you feel me, where he's like shit, like voices talking to him in his head. Like this nigga
Mm-hmm.
be thinking people try to kill him. So
Mm-hmm.
in my mind, how I'm thinking about it is, boom, he was probably high that morning when the cops got there. He left on foot, boom. This nigga comes back and they arguing over car keys. Now apparently there was a woman on the phone, you feel me, with grandma when they was arguing. And then she hung up and sometime in between there, she came back to the crib, boom, and found grandma in the couch. And that's you feel me?
So who got the keys though? So when the police came the first time, your dad was there
Yeah,
because they
thanks.
so they told him to leave. So
Yeah.
so let me ask you a question. So do you believe your dad in that post when he say he did not kill your grandmother?
No, this is the same man. Like this, the same man did. Fuck, like I said, like this nigga literally hallucinate shit. Like
Yeah.
he don't even be in his own right mind. Like for real. Like
Mm-mm.
I haven't spoke to this man since October. Like I'm in foster care right now
Oh
because
man.
of his bullshit. Like I lost my mama in 2022 to a drug addiction, and
Oh
now I don't got this. And like I really ain't never had this nigga, but feel me, he
dang,
been
bro.
he been on his little rocker. So I mean,
Yeah. How old are you?
17.
Damn, man. You doing good though? They treating you right?
Yeah, man. I just bought my second BMW last Sunday.
Oh, okay then. All right then. You ain't got much longer. You shoot when you get 18, you be on your own.
Yeah, facts. But
Wow,
yeah, like
man.
he really got his like he has a drug problem. Like that's what everybody just like
Mhm.
tuning in, you feel me,
Yeah.
watching, reading the news and shit. They don't know that. Like the
Mhm.
nigga really has a drug problem. Like in that post, in that same post he posted about, oh, I wasn't a drug addict, this, and this.
Mhm.
Nigga, you do crack. You do meth.
Mm.
Like I found this nigga's crack spoon in my grandma crib back in 2016. So
Yeah.
think about that. Like that's how long this shit been going.
Mhm. So what's
So
the relationship? Why your dad and your grandmother, why they never had a good relationship? Like did
so
she
my
abandon him or
dad's
something?
nah, so like pretty much. So like my dad was adopted. So he was in foster care, and my grandma, the woman I know his grandma, his foster
Mhm.
mom, she got him back in I don't know the year, but she got him when he was 12. She adopted him when he turned 16.
Okay.
And pretty much my dad literally like my grandma laid his life out for him on a straight line, nigga. Like straight
Mhm.
line. This nigga literally ate off Tiffany silver. I don't know if you know what that is. For
Mhm.
a set of like 16 to like a set fork, spoon, knife, it's like 2 grand. Nigga literally ate off Tiffany silver, bro. Like he had it so good. Then
Dang.
he was in ROTC. He had a $40,000 bonus going into the army. Like this nigga literally had everything I wish I could have handed to me. And
Mhm.
then he went to Durham and met his biological mama, Donita. She then decided to buy him a car, which my grandma bought, like made him work for the car.
Mhm.
His mama, Donita, just gave him a car. So he was like, oh, boom, I got a car, whoop de whoop. And then she snatched it from him. So he was like fucked up about it. And then throughout the years, they just never really had a good relationship. Like it was always off and on, off and on, off and on. Like we lived with her back in 20, It was 2015, yeah, because that's when I moved down here to New Bern.
Yeah.
We was living with her and shit, and then like ever since, like they've never had a good relationship as far as I'm concerned. It's always been iffy, rocky road.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like
Wow, man.
it's just
That's
never been something good.
that's so crazy, man. That's
Yeah,
so
man.
crazy, bro. I mean, I mean, man, hearing your story, I just know somebody personally that's dear to me that's dealing with the same thing. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't want to say it on live because they may be watching, but it's when your parents turn to drugs and leave their child out here just for the system, and you're doing good. Fortunately, a lot of kids were not
Yeah.
placed in good foster homes. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I tell people all the time, if you're a child, you're in a foster parent, you're not being, in foster care, you're not being treated right, sneak and reach out to us so we can help you. I'll kick that door down. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You feel me?
Um, but man, it's so unfortunate, so because I see a lot of people defending. So what do you have to say to the people that's defending your dad? They're saying innocent, which is true, but some of them don't believe he did it.
Yeah. Like I will say, a lot of the story has changed. Like a lot
Mhm.
of the story regarding the death has changed. Like at the day of the murder, there was an eyewitness that had placed my dad. They said they saw him leave with her car. Now that eyewitness won't even at the crib. So there's that part.
Mm.
And
Wow.
then you feel me? My dad's story is the fact that he says the woman that was there was really my grandma's drug dealer, and she owed her a lot of money.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean,
Wow.
a lot of the stories changing, but like I can't put it past him. Like it's not something that I don't see him that he would do. Like
Mhm.
that man put fear into my heart, and I ain't scared of nobody. But that man
Yeah.
right there, I'm scared of him. Not because of he's my dad. I'm scared because he's not right in the head. Like
Yeah.
God only knows what he could do.
Yeah. Wow. So do you believe that I know you say you believe he did it or that he did it, but do you think when he made that post, he came down off of the drugs and like, no,
Yeah.
I didn't do
Oh,
that?
most definitely, because he won't talk to nobody, and then the next day he was like in contact with some family, and
Hmm.
I ain't gonna speak on that because
Yeah.
that's federal. But you
Yeah.
feel me? He was in contact with some family, but um, he
Mm.
said he said whole time this nigga was just sleeping in the streets of Durham, like downtown Durham.
Oh, so
Like
he
I
was
ain't,
he was homeless the hours after
yeah,
everything.
like I ain't gonna speak like on like from you feel me who I know and all this other
Yeah.
stuff, but
Yeah. No.
he was seen last Friday night, just walking around downtown like
Mm.
nothing happened. And then he claimed that he didn't even know she was dead until I think yesterday or the day before.
Wow. When they came and picked him up and they had
Yeah,
served
because he
some.
claimed because he claimed he never came back to the crib. He never stole the car. He said he didn't do it. Like
Mm.
he's sticking to his story,
So they're relying on an eyewitness.
pretty much, I guess.
So they're
But the
relying
other
on
thing,
somebody that wasn't even there.
the other thing that throws me for a loop
Mm.
is when he stabbed that dude in the neck and pretty much killed him. He
Mm.
didn't kill him, but you feel me? It was close enough. He didn't deny it. He held his body
Yeah.
and stopped the bleeding to the best of his ability until the rescue got there. Like he saved his
Mm.
after he stabbed him, he stayed there and held his body and his blood until the police got there to help him. If that makes sense, like to
Right.
save his life. He never denied that he did that.
Yeah.
Like this the first time I've ever heard him be like, "Nah, I ain't do no shit like that." You feel
Mm.
me? But I mean, I can't put it past the nigga. Like he not right in the head. Like he has issues.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I appreciate you, Malachi, for coming up here, man. Listen, stay in contact, man. We can send some blessings your way, bro. You
I
know,
appreciate it.
unfortunate is, this situation that you're in, bro. Just keep your head up, man. And just know God has better plans and a better story for you, bro. This ain't the end of your story. This is just part of your story. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And you may be able to help the next man, on your journey to wherever God take you, bro. But I'm just so grateful that that you're doing good, being coming from all of this stuff that's going on. So keep your head up, man. Don't buy no more Beamers now, because they're my favorite.
Come by mine. I sell it to
Look,
you.
hey, I be in the car like turn the radio down a little bit, turn it up a little bit. You know, they got this all little fancy stuff now. But all
No,
right,
for
bro, I
real though.
appreciate you. Thank you. All right, you too. Y'all, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I don't know what to say about this. Listen, I'm just gonna move right along. I'm not gonna repeat nothing because I don't have time. Listen, I do not want to roast y'all people down to the ground today. I'm not gonna repeat. Y'all heard what he said. If you did not, you're gonna have to catch the replay. I'm not gonna repeat it because y'all try to say, oh, when I repeat, I be putting emphasis on it, I be making it bad and worse than what it is. No, I'm just trying to understand, like, you know. But we're praying for him. And let that young man cuss. Y'all kids cuss. Y'all kids cuss. Damn, y'all worried about the boy saying the little cuss words. Let him cuss. He about to be 18. God dang. All that damn cussing. Yeah, I cuss. I'm a cuss. I cuss. Britt said, thank you, Gerald, for being so patient and respectful of him. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, man. Man, listen, you know, oh Lord, 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 Lord. You know, y'all get some red hearts for Malachi. You know, this is a tragic situation that this young man got to go through this, man. And you know, Malachi said, Malachi said, worry about me cussing, brother. I work 40 hours a week. I know that's right, man. Let him cuss. Golly, you see what he done been through? Shit, when you go through all of that, cuss. That boy can tell a whole book. He can write a whole book. Shit, when you go through that much hell, you gotta cuss. Smoke a cigarette, a blunt, or something. I ain't gonna do no drugs. I don't understand why people. Let me ask y'all a question. What does meth do for you? What does it do for you? What does heroin do for you? What does crack cocaine, methamphetamine? What does it do? What does the boat do for you? What does embalming fluid do for you? I thought that was for dead people. I mean, what does it do for you? You can get a blunt and some weed and you gonna get high. Y'all want to be so high that you standing in the line leaning all over. Listen, if I walk past you, you gonna fall over. That's how fragile y'all are when y'all be on them drugs. I'm talking about just walking from the gas pump and stop right in the middle where the cars pass it. And don't expect the people on the internet to feel sorry for y'all when y'all own family won't help y'all. Baby, we ain't helping you before your family help you. Call your family. Don't call JG Whitworth. Call Aunt Mary. Call your probation parole officer, Aunt Gabby. Call your probation parole officer, Gabby. Okay, please do not call. They be wanting us to feel sorry for their people before they feel sorry for their people. Can we see y'all when we see y'all trying to help and doing something? And when I investigate and I find out that y'all trying to help and do something, I'll be a little light on you. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord. I don't know why I got into reporting the news. I don't know why I got into journalism. I don't know why I just jumped in it. When I went to jail and they took me through what I went through, I just came out and I told people my story. And people started sharing my story. Then they started sending me their story. Then I started telling their story. And then here we are. But this is crazy. I knew that nigga was lying. Alexander, I knew you was lying. I knew you was lying when you took that goddamn mug shot picture. I'm gonna go in here. Man, I'm gonna hold my head up, bro. I'm gonna go in and do this shit, bro. I'm gonna go in here. As much hate as I feel like you had for your mom or whatever, I would have just stayed away from her. But according to your son, woo, y'all had all kinds of stuff going on. And I'm telling you, bro got high, probably did something allegedly, and then he done came down and done came on Facebook and I put this statement out here. I did not kill Stephanie McCoy. I was told to leave the house and not return by the sheriff deputies, and that's what I did. You can call me a piece of shit, drug addict, and whatever else, a liar and everything. And basically he's saying I'm a drug addict, I'm whatever you call me, I'm a liar and everything else, but I maintain my innocence. Your son said you lied, and he believed that you stabbed his grandmother and killed her and left her on a couch inside of her Red Mill Road home and took off with her boyfriend's car. But we will be following this story. All right. Okay. Let me read. Morgan says it's like dual diagnosis. Most drug use stems from mental illnesses. For real? Somebody said, I don't know why people think we any different. We heads look dumb and slow too. No, baby. And you know what? You might be some of them, Nakia. It just depends on. You know what I'm saying? Because when I hit the blunt, I don't be looking slow and folk, you know, and stuff like that. I be looking sexy. Matter of fact, maybe. Miss O'Neill said, Gerald, right? They made me forget what I was saying, but he is going to be something in life. I seen the man bending in a way I don't know a body could. I said, I look at that man. They say that's them drugs. I said, drugs send you to an early grave. Yeah, I mean, the mama did drugs too. Wow, I know. I am shocked. I'm really shocked to hear that. You're a journalist and journalist because thank you so much. Thank you. They be hating though. They be hating, but it's okay. Debbie weed and pills. I know that's right. Moo baby. Listen. When we go to work all week, and we got to deal with the customers and deal with the boss and deal with the employees and everybody on our back. Listen, we so what if a blunt make us look crazy? But what you won't catch us looking, you won't catch us at no traffic light. You won't catch us out here in no public place looking crazy and all looking like zombies and shit. No, that be y'all, not us. No. All right, y'all. So listen, let's go. All right, so the next story we go into, and thank y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Let me see how many shares we got on Facebook. Y'all see how that algorithm trying to do a little bit of work. Okay, y'all. So shout out to everybody that's on YouTube. YouTube. I love. Let me just say this to my people on YouTube. See, Dirty Butt Sherelle done brought me a lot of people from YouTube and my people over on YouTube. I want y'all to know, like, I'm not one of those beef sector bloggers, like. I'm not the one that sit online and gonna make my content bloggers and and follow them every day. You get what I'm saying? That's just not my business, my job, my business model, my idea. So when a motherfucker come for me, I hit them up for a little bit and then it goes silent because they don't got nothing to say. I done shut them up, ran them down, done, cooked. Say something else, I'm gonna hit you up again and people gonna have some more shit. Dirty Butt Sherelle, bald headed Scalloway ain't got no kid. I mean, ain't got no hat. And ain't got your kids in the back either, bitch, because you look behind them, they ain't nowhere to be found. But at the end of the day, thank y'all so much for coming over here and dealing with me and the Beat Mob shenanigans. All right, we got 176 reactions, 74 shares on Facebook, y'all. Let's keep them going. All right, listen, we are on our way to the trail ride, and we going to Charlotte. Okay, we on our way to Charlotte now. Stories like this really pulls on me, and it really made me feel, because I don't know whether to crack jokes or I don't know whether to be serious. And I think that all depends on how much information on a story that I have to determine if I'm going to take a story. Now, this guy out here in Charlotte, and I don't mean no harm, but he done got monkey stomped by a security guard named Thor at this bar called the Eden of Plaza up there in Charlotte on Pecan Avenue, okay? Pecan Avenue, okay? And he went, it was so bad that the people was cracking jokes on this guy in the comments to the point that I believe that's why he deleted his post. Now, he originally put the post, and we're going to D and Gabe them the next story. That's our last story. But he put the post up there, and I don't think he really got the reaction that he wanted. It was more so he wanted to get information to kind of find out who the Thor guy was. I don't know if he's going to take charges out on the guy, if he's going to file a lawsuit or what, but somebody named Mr. Thor, who is a security guard, done beat this guy so bad. And I really, in my heart, deep down in my soul, I don't want to think that when we ask people to leave the clubs, that this how we putting them out. Or if somebody say, I'm not leaving, this is how we put them out the club. Now, I don't want to say that. I don't want to believe that a security guard just came up here and just whooped this guy like this so bad and he ain't did nothing. You get what I'm saying? I mean, I just don't want to believe that, all right? So this guy right here, okay, now his name is DeMarco Alexander. He had made a Facebook post on the 17th. Y'all, let me get these dates together. He made a Facebook post not too long ago. And it was about the Eden Plaza up there in Charlotte. He said that a security guard had put his hands on him. If you can read the post right here, the post clearly says, hold on, y'all, I'm trying to pull this up. I don't know what's going on. But the post says, I did not, oh, I'm sorry, wrong post, y'all. Wrong post, Gerald. What is you doing? That's the wrong post. Hold on, let me make sure I got this right thing. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. God dog, I'm sorry. Okay, so he had made this post up here on the 18th. Okay, now I screenshotted it back then. That's why I still say 2 hours ago, y'all. Y'all know I got the screenshot and play catch up. Okay, so he made this post on the 18th of May. Okay, he said, last night I was brutally attacked by a white security guard by the name Thor at Eden Plaza in Charlotte. He says, I come here often and never had any issues until yesterday. He overabused his authority and his co-workers are trying to cover it up. This man is 3 times my size, and instead of doing his job, he forcefully put his hands on me. If anybody has any info, please reach out ASAP. Okay? And whoever the security guard is, I said I was going to send a decoy up there in the club to see who the security guard was and get them, I ain't going to tell you everything we're going to do, but we want to know who this Thor is. But obviously something went on. Now, DeMarco didn't tell us what he did, okay? He didn't say what he did. He didn't say why he got put out there. He probably did something bad. They put the pause on him, and he coming to Facebook trying to show his face to show that he ain't do nothing so bad to get this. But anyways, if this man was brutally beaten for whatever reason, for not doing anything, or, because security guards be doing the most sometimes, but hopefully this young man, got the information he needs to do whatever he feels like he need to do. But let me tell y'all something. Y'all better go to taekwondo class, go get some karate classes, go to Miss Martial Arts. Okay, get out there in the field with somebody. Go practice on somebody. Okay, go practice on somebody. I mean, but you got to learn how to get in the field. You got to learn how to defend yourself. But this is so sad, and I'm saying this because this is a man. You get what I'm saying? This guy may not be a fighter or nothing like that, but look at his real kid. Look at the side of his body. Them motherfuckers look like bear marks. Look at them scratches. Look at that face. Look at that boy's face. Why would y'all beat that boy? Why would y'all beat that boy like that? Now, this is so sad. He didn't try to wipe the blood off or nothing. He said, I'm going straight to Facebook and ask them if they know. Look at this man bad. Look like they slammed him. Did the security guard slammed you? This is sad, y'all. So let me see what y'all think. I don't know, because I want to know what's up. Not scallop. Listen, I want to know, what did he do? Mama, what did he do? Now, for somebody, listen, and the only reason I'm asking what did he do, because I know people, now a lot of y'all see stuff and y'all automatically be on the people's sides. I don't be like that because I've seen enough bullshit and enough lies and enough, I've seen enough of people to try to come up with these stories and stuff like that, and that shit don't be true. Carly Russell, Megan Thee Stallion, but at the end of the day, bro, what did you do? come on, reach out to us so we can get the full story. Because, you know, I did hear some stuff or see some stuff or read some stuff in the comments, but I'm not going to repeat it because I need evidence of that before I repeat it. All right. But anyways, this young man, you know, I don't know why I keep putting that. Let me delete this because they look the same. That's what it is. But DeMarco came out here and you know, let me show y'all who Eden of Plaza, just in case you don't know what they look like. In case you're riding by, you're like, oh, that's the place that boy got jumped on. They need to be shut down. Okay, but this is Eden of Plaza, okay? On Pecan Lane. Right here. Nice place. It's them right here. And you know what? Looking at these damn stairs, oh my gosh. Do the people got to walk up the stairs this way to go to the rooftop? Or is that inside? But this is this is Eden of Plaza, baby. This is where it all went down. It's a nice little facility. What y'all think? Y'all think it's a nice little building? Okay, a little nice little building. Got the screens outside. What he got right here? Okay, this what all went down. Eden the Plaza, y'all. That's up there on Pecan Avenue. Up there in Charlotte. This guy said, oh yeah, this is a nice building. This guy said they was you know, they up there. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, I need to know the situation too, because I just don't want to believe they beat him like that now. They say Eden be packed, okay? They said that's right up the street from my house. Okay. Marley said that looked like a personal attack. Like, what the hell is my $20? Right. He better call Top Dog Law. Okay. Two sides to a story. I just want to know now. Because if you was messing with some woman, trying to snatch a woman up, you know, we don't know what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Probably jumping, trying to attack a woman, because everybody ain't gonna let you do that. We ain't gonna pull out our phones. Now we might get like a minute for evidence, but we're gonna put that phone down and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get to work. But we don't know what's going on, so we're gonna look for further information about that. Okay. Oh, hold on. Before I get started on my next story, I gotta put this picture up. Oh my God. If I get started, let me put, hold on. I gotta put this picture up here. Y'all give me a minute real quick. We finna go to the on D story. But I gotta get Gabe a little bit. Hold on, I gotta roast Gabe a little bit. I got to get Gabe a little bit. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. They said somebody said not call Top Dog. Y'all better call Top Dog long. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh God, Lord, give me the script. Give me. Oh Lord, give me the script. Give me the script. Give me the script. Give me the script. Lord, give me the script. Woo, woo, woo. What? Word on the. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. Wait. Whoo, Lord, give me the script, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait. No. Wait. Give me the hold on, Lord. Give me the script. Give me the script. Give me the script. to get this out. Lord have mercy. Word on the curve, somebody probation parole officer with some wop-sided water balloon titties. They call her probation parole officer Miss Gabe. Y'all can see she in her uniform. Y'all see she got the black and the khaki outfit going on. They say the crocodile in the face, the white crocodile in the face. Gabe Lincoln is out here in these streets all over the internet profiting off of black people money. And the people wanted to say, boy, what happened to the big Gabe? We want to know where the big Gabe at, where the prison sissy at. That Gabe that came out here and couldn't move. And, you know, because when you was real big, you couldn't be all up in these black people business like that and moving all over town like that. Now, why the fuck is you out here looking like a probation parole officer? When you look, titties at the top, dick at the bottom. Where's your gun? Where is your badge? Did you leave it in the car while you ran in the building to take a picture, you know, to give somebody something from that struggling ass foundation that they said you got down there? Why is you up here putting 2,500 videos up trying to tell the people? Why is this? What did you? We would appreciate it, Bria being the spokesperson, than you coming up here looking like a motherfucking police officer. Big 12 right here, probation parole officer Gabby. Okay, that's her name. Okay, aka Ratatouille in the face. Now, Gabe, we want to talk about this goddamn probation parole officer. Don't this nigga look like a probation parole officer? Gabe is really out here on the internet looking like a probation and parole officer. You really out here looking like a probation, one of them old mean white lady probation parole officers with them wop-sided ass titties trying to do home checks on every damn body. Now, you know what? The people say they want you to sit your spoiled buttermilk, dirty butt smelling ass down. Now Gabe is another dirty butt. He hang out with dirty butts all over Greenville, North Carolina. Them niggas ain't nothing but dirty butts. That's all they is. Dirty butts ain't funny. People just laugh. I mean, they turn their head. People just gonna laugh. The jokes do not be funny. But, you know, Gabe, we ain't gonna too much roast you. I'm gonna roast you when I get done going on with this story about, you know, Shay and, you know, Undie and all this stuff going on, this important stuff. But we're gonna come back to you. But, you know, we ain't gonna talk about you too motherfucking much, because you a probation parole officer, motherfucker. When y'all see Gabe around, just all you, the probation and parole officer, you are a probation and parole officer with them wop-sided water balloon titties that you got on your body. Now, I did hear, you know, that shit done caught up with you, you know, that you was fucking around with in prison, and your ass out here, you know, looking like a balloon before you blow it the fuck up, you probation parole officer. This is PPO Gabby, all right? Anybody got Gabby? Okay, so we coming back to you, Ratatouille. Don't he look like Ratatouille in the face? Pull up Ratatouille. Y'all want me to pull up Ratatouille? You know what, Gabe? You really do look like Ratatouille in the motherfucking face. They are so tired of you profiting off black people's pain. They said that you've been all around town trying to be the spokesperson. Okay, looking like a bitch named Big Deb, you know, running around here trying to be the spokesperson, trying to report the news about this woman's son jumping off the bridge, but you ain't reporting no news on where your people at. And why the fuck your people done dropped your ass off in front of the hood, and we don't know how to get rid of your motherfucking ass. Do anybody know where Gabe's barefooted ass parents at, and why the fuck they drop him off in front of the housing authority? They done picked your ass up, and they done dropped your ass off in front of the motherfucking housing authority, nigga. And the black peoples don't know what to do with your motherfucking ass. They don't know whether to donate you back to your tribe or to keep your motherfucking ass. But they say we will use you for a little bit. Now, Gabe, we're going to get back to you in a few minutes, okay? But I want to go and transition over to this story where Aunt D, let me just tell y'all, many of y'all know Aunt D in her mental health world. Now, personally, I feel like Aunt D has mental health issues, but you know, I sympathize with her, and I empathize with her because of the struggles and the troubles that she are finding herself in. And let me say this. I know people have different opinions about Aunt D, and we all have stuff that we can say about Aunt D. But let me tell you one thing that I know about Aunt D. And I'm just the person that see her on the internet. Let me tell you one thing that I know about Aunt D. One thing I know about Aunt D is that she loved God. That's one thing I know about Aunt D. That's why in any storm that she find herself in, she gonna find a way to smile, you know. But when you see the hate online for a person, and then you see the love, and you know, Aunt D is a very, very social media person. She loves TikTok, she loves the internet, and um, you know, we know almost everything. We almost know when her bills due, you know. But I was on TikTok the other day, and I was scrolling, and I had saw Aunt D in the back of a car. And she was saying that her son had jumped off a bridge. Now, a lot of people don't know or did not know that Aunt D had a son, and she did. Here's her family, her kids. You see the yellow right here is Bria, our girl Bria, baby. We love Bria. And Shay over here, and Chris. Okay. She said that his biological name was Christian, but everybody called him Chris. And of course, that's Aunt D right there in the pink dress. Okay. And here's another picture of Chris. Now, she had got on social media on TikTok, and like I told y'all already know. We almost know when Aunt D bills do, because Aunt D gonna get on the internet and she gonna put them kids up there, and she gonna keep us updated on her mental health world. But so, anyways, her son right here, she was explaining in the video. I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna play several videos, but she was talking about how her son how she was on the way from work or whatever, and this road that they go down, this bridge or what have you, she noticed her son car over there, and I'm gonna let her tell the story. But she did say that her son Chris had suffered from I believe she said PTSD, and it was something else. I can't pinpoint it, but I'm gonna play the video in a few moments. But anyways, let me put this video up here. So after that, of course, y'all know what last Friday, Shayana had a seizure. She had 2 seizures. And Aunt D said that Shayana never had a seizure at all, never in her life had a seizure. It scared her. And then fast forward, on Monday, her son jumps off a bridge in Knoxville, Tennessee, and they recover his shoes before they later recover his body. And she broke her silence today on TikTok, and she had a strong message. And a lot of people did not agree with her message. But I just, I say when people are grieving and going through and they are trying to find a way to cope, or they're sending out a message, just let God move and do what he want to do in them at that moment. You get what I'm saying? Because we really don't know what the Lord has said to them. Because let me tell you something. I believe God is speaking to a lot of sinners more than he's speaking to these preachers. Because it's one thing to be real and sin, and it's another thing when you fake the phone, act like you a pastor, and you call and you sin. It's a difference. Sometimes I feel like he covers this more, but I ain't gonna go there. But she had made a video, and this is what she said.
Chris jumped off the bridge, y'all, and I already got, my son. I don't know if it was too much on him about Cheyenne, but Chris has mental health, and y'all just want y'all to pray. I'm out here with the rescue squad, and y'all pray, Chris. Y'all, I'm out with the ambulance. Everybody out here, they trying to find my child, and Chris deals with severe PTSD and anxiety. And y'all know what I can. So y'all, I'm trying to all over my child.
Y'all, when I watched this video, and I was just looking at Miss Aunt D's face, and I was just like, oh my God, she looks like she's defeated, but she's not defeated. She just looked tired, like it's a lot. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like, whether she brings it to social media or not, it's still a lot. You get what I'm saying? Having to deal with 2 autistic children, grown adults, your own problems, you know, stressing if something ever happened to you, who gonna take care of them, stressing about Shayana, her having seizures, and you know, her dealing with her own problems in her head or whatever's going on, her son dealing with severe PTSD, he jumping off a bridge. Like, it's a lot. It's really, really a lot. And God always tests us sometimes. I feel like he always tests us sometimes, especially when people going through to see what we're going to do. And a lot of people failed the test. A lot of y'all failed the test. A lot of y'all was being very hateful. And like I said earlier, I do agree that Aunt D, you know, need to, everything is not for social media, but I also see that sometimes people don't have, people to talk to, and this is their only way to vent. And I feel like that's bad when you're that big or you're that viral and you don't have people. And sometimes, it's not sad. It's just the fact that, just because you have a name don't mean that you have a bunch of friends and stuff like that. But you would think that she would, have somebody, and I'm sure she do. That's just the internet talking. But a lot of people was very mean to telling her to get off. We don't need to know your business and all that stuff. And I just feel like, just let her do what she want to do right now. I mean, her son just jumped off a bridge. Like, literally. So, Angie said, I lost one of my sons August 28, 2024 at the age of 27 to cancer. It's hard. I'm so sorry. And so anyways, fast forward to last Friday. Fast forward to last Friday, May 16th, Shayana had a seizure. And I want to play this video because Aunt D talks about the seizures, and then we're going to go to her new video, and then we're going to go back to Gabe, Ratatouille looking at. All right. So this is when she's talking about the seizures, and then she's giving an update. So it's a video into two, okay?
Shayana made a really good video 20 minutes before that happened. They was taking the braids out of her hair. Shayana took her braids out, and I just gave.
Now, and the reason why I'm playing this video is because I just want to show y'all what Aunt D has been dealing with back to back, like storms, back to back. You know what I'm saying? So I want to play this. This was Friday before that Monday before Chris jumped on the bridge. But I just want to show y'all, the storms that she has been through just from last week, from the week starting in the weekend to the beginning of this week. I mean, this is crazy.
Bria a bath. Then I took Bria braids out, and then I started washing Bria hair. Shayana was in her room, and Shayana was looking at her TV show, and I went in there to check on her, and I said, Shayana, you got your bed together, make sure you're keeping your new bed up and everything, and keeping everything straight. And I was just checking on her, so we made a little video back there. She was, as usual, she fussing at me and telling me to get on there and all that. So then I walked on out of there, and then I with Bria washing her hair, I had Bria's shirt off and washing her hair and stuff, and then Shayana had left out of her room, walked in the bathroom. And while I was sitting there washing Bria's hair, thank God I was almost finished, but the water was still running. Bria still had her head hanging in the sink. And I heard a real high-pitched holler. Ah, there's a real high-pitched holler. And I said, then I heard stuff fall to the ground. And I said, Shayana, you all right? Then I didn't hear no response back. I just heard a high-pitched holler scream. And then I didn't hear anything but something said, Deanna, you better get over there. I saw my child laying on the ground. And I said, Shayana, you all right? And she was turned in a fetal position. Her hands was curved in like that. And she was blue, then she got another color. And I said, Shayana, you can't breathe. I said, Jesus, don't let my daughter die. At that time, I didn't even know she was having it. I didn't know what she was having. So they got her out there. They couldn't figure out what was causing it. So many tests. So they finally, they did a CT of the head and all that. But we're going to go to the doctor Monday and, neurologist, and found out she had the flu, and then gave her a blood pressure so high, heart rate high. That's what it's running a fever. And, it was so difficult with her and her. She talked to Jonathan, FaceTime, talked with Jonathan, talked with her. She couldn't calm down. She didn't want to be. She don't like hospitals. So she ended up hollering, and it's so hard. I'm trying to keep her calm. Her daddy came out there. He was with her for a while, long while. He stayed out there to the end. Me, Michael, Chris, Sonya. But then we got discharged. Shauna loved Chinese food. She said, Mom, I want you. She was sitting in the back of the car back here with Bria. And so I went and ordered it. And, we was out there waiting. And Michael was getting ready to drive off. And I thought Shauna was just kind of upset about that high pitch. She did that high pitch holler. I heard it again. Ah! She did a high pitch holler again. And her face went. I said, oh, Michael, she having another one. And it was really, really bad the second time. Because we had just left the hospital. And it was bad. She bit her tongue real worse, and this all of it just coming down. It was just Bria sitting there, poor Bria sitting there watching her sister go through that. And Bria, it did something to Bria. And I said, I got Shauna wake up. She came to. She came through that second time. She wasn't like the same old Shauna. She was more slower. She said, Mama, my neck hurt. I said, Shauna, do you know who I am? Trying to keep her calm. Her daddy came out there. He was with her for a while, long while. He said,
this is when she
was to the end.
In the hospital.
Me, Michael, Chris, Sonya.
Even Chris was out there at the hospital
But
with his
then
sister.
got discharged. They said they couldn't figure out what caused it. 30 minutes after we left from there. 30 minutes. Because she wanted some food. I said, what kind of food she like? Okay, I said, what kind of food you want, Shauna? Shauna loved Chinese food. She said, Mom, I want. She was sitting in the back of the car, back here with Bria. And so I went and ordered it, and we was out there waiting. And Michael was getting ready to drive off. And I thought Shauna was just kind of upset about that high pitch. She did that high pitch holler. I heard it again. Ah! She did a high pitch holler again. And her face with her. I said, oh, Michael, she having another one.
Who put them laser beams on that lady like that?
I mean, my mind, you guys, I can't even explain to you how I feel. She had another one, and I was, right there with her. The ambulance came again. We was right there, and it was really, really bad the second time. Because we had just left the house.
But anyways, that's just Aunt D telling y'all, what happened with Shauna, how she recognized her seizures and her having a second seizure after being discharged from the hospital. And I just wanted to show y'all, how Aunt D has been really having a bad week. Like, starting Friday over the weekend. And I'm sure right now she's still, probably nervous. The fact that, Shauna had one seizure. She's never had a seizure before. Go to the hospital. They don't know what caused it. Get out. She have another one. It's like at any point, she can have another. But hopefully they had enough time to go to the hospital. Not the hospital, but a doctor or epilepsy doctor to see, what caused it, or what causes seizures. I've never had to. I never like really looked into it. Nisi said it hurts to lose a child regardless to the circumstances. I lost my only child August 9, 2021. At the age of 22, he was murdered. Oh my gosh, I still grieve Dave. My heart goes out to her. Wow, yeah. So after, that happened Friday, when Shauna, was having her seizures or what have you. Undie did go over there on Shekinah Joe. Y'all know Big Head Shekinah. She went over there, was telling Shekinah what was going on. Y'all know Shekinah can't take nothing serious. She tried to hold her head down and try to laugh and try to play like stuff funny, and it'd be really serious. But she went over there trying to explain, explain what happened, with Shauna and all of this stuff. And Then on Monday, this Knoxville, Tennessee Police Department post is going viral. Excuse me, and it's about a young man jumping over the bridge. And like I told y'all earlier, it was Aunt D's son, Christian, right here. Okay. Now today, Aunt D did break her silence, and she did speak out. And it was a spiritual message. And she's just talking about, you know, what God showed her, how God answered her cries with Shayana, and how she asked God not to let Shayana pass, you know, when she was going through the epilepsy episodes. And then she talked about how Chris, she talked about how God answered Chris' prayers, where, you know, he had a conversation with God, or what God had said to Chris, you know, while he was down there. I'm gonna just say quote down there because that's what she said. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to open up this video, but it's not letting me. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, hold on. Let's see, open anyway. Okay. All right, let me play this video. This is Aunt D breaking her silence today after her son passed.
Hey, you guys. How y'all doing? I appreciate all the prayers. I appreciate all the concerns. I appreciate all the greatness and the love. Sit right there, Bree. Sit right there. I'm going to help you, baby. I appreciate all the greatness. Don't put your jury on. I appreciate all the greatness and the love and the concerns and the care that y'all been giving me. In the name of Jesus. I love all of you guys. As y'all know, Aunt D in her mental health world. But Aunt D has been through some times. Put it on, baby. But Aunt D is holding on in the name of Jesus. And what's working through me is not me. It's Jesus. Let me tell you something. Go ahead, baby, put it on. I was worried about my son's cry out. But God showed me he's in the plan. Look at her. A lot of y'all, sit down. Sit down, baby. Put it on. Sit down, put it on. A lot of y'all ain't going to understand this. Now, if you're working through Jesus Christ and you have faith and you done turn all your cares over to him, put it on, Bree. You will know what I'm talking about. So when you get, put it on, when you get as bad as me, what I've been dealing with, you have got to turn it over to Jesus. Now, Jesus done showed me another way. The Holy Spirit. Put it on, baby. The Holy Spirit done showed me. And I thank God that he showed me so I can make it. God heard 2 cries. Put it on, baby. When I was working with Shayana, when I saw Shayana down there as her face turned another color, I said, God, please don't let my baby pass on. Sit down. Sit down. Put it on, baby. And then she went through another ordeal, but God heard my cry. Put it on, baby. But then, when my son decided to do what he did, all that worry, all that stress, all that emotion. Baby, get the chair. Wait just a minute, baby. All that worry, all that stress on him. He decided to do, sit right there, baby, what he wanted to do. My son, he cried out. See, God heard 2 cries out. When my son cried out, when he got down there, he said, save me. I don't want to go. God heard that cry. See, this is how I'm able to deal with this in the name of Jesus. God heard my cry about Shay. And God heard my son cry. My son said, save me. I don't want to go. God said, Chris. His nickname is Chris, but his name is Christian. God said, Chris, come on with me. I got peace for you in the name of Jesus. God said, Chris, I got to breathe. God said, Chris, I'm going to take you on with me and show you all the peace in the name of Jesus. You ain't got no more worry. That old devil ain't going to work on you no more. That misery, that overthinking, it ain't going to work no more in the name of Jesus. Jesus, God fixed it. He made a choice. God made a choice. And Chris, come on with me. Come on in my bosom, and I will show you all the peace. When my child hollered up, said, I don't want to go in the name of Jesus. God heard my son cry. So that's why I have peace in the name of Jesus now. Because my son is with Jesus. Now come on, do you know what I'm talking about? Y'all believers on here that watch me. And my son is going to be buried next to the person that loved him the most. Side by side, my mama. So you know Chris in good shape, y'all. My child in good shape. I went and saw my son at the place. And my son looks so beautiful. My child got peace in the name of Jesus. So God had to show me another way. It ain't me, y'all. This is Jesus. Because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Jesus showed me that my child cried out. He asked for the Lord's help. And the Lord took him in his bosom. So my child is in peace in the name of Jesus. Don't y'all worry about old poor out D. God got me. And I love all y'all. But Chris, he's in good shape. Good shape. Jesus got my baby. And I thank God that he showed me what I needed to do. So I got work to do. I got work to do. That's right, Mooka Mook. Mooka Mook. Say Jesus. Jesus. What's the song you sung, Mooka Mook? You said, what's that song? What was that song she learned, y'all? I'm trying to remember. The song Mooka Mook's, oh, I can't think of it, y'all. I got so much, but I'm trying to think. This little light of mine. Sing it, Bria. My hand, I'll go inside. I'll go inside. Yes, Lord. God is in the plan. I love y'all, and stay tuned, because I did got work to do.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, D, you have our prayers. We are praying for you. We're praying for you. And let me say this. Let me say this if I move on to the next part. Let me say this. You don't know what people be going through. People really be going through a lot. And they ask for help and they seek help and they try to get help, and people don't understand them. And sometimes, you know, they feel like they have no way out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Lord, I can't take it no more. You know, and a lot of people weren't gonna understand it. But when I look at it, it's like, and I'm hearing what Aunt D is saying. It's like she's saying her son jumped in God's arms, and he all right now. You know, and I'm still worried about Aunt D. I'm still praying for her, and let Aunt D do her thing. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like we all, you know, we all have love and hate relationships with people on the internet. You know what I'm saying? One minute everything going good, we love them and we want them to get off and do this. Then, she's going through this and people still being mean. You know, but we're praying for her and her family. Okay. Now I want to go back to, and let me just say this. This Aunt D is who we all should have heard from and waited to hear from. Now, Ratatouille right here claimed that, Aunt D gave him permission. And I didn't hear Aunt D come up here and say, y'all leave Chris alone. I mean, leave Gabe alone. I gave him permission. You know, I'm sure he's the type of person that be like, hey, Aunt D, I can go up there and tell the people for you. I let them know, I can go up there and be, I can be the family spokesperson. Like somebody finna really reach out to your kryptonite looking, your crypt keeper looking at. Ain't nobody finna reach out to you to try to be no spokesperson. So this TikToker did a video. This TikToker had about 400,000 followers, did a TikTok because the probation parole officer Gabby was out here in these streets with them lopsided water balloon ass titties on his goddamn chest, trying to be the spokesperson, looking like bones in the motherfucking face. None but bones, no meat, nose bone, eyebrow bone, eyelid bone, cheek bone, goddamn ear bone, booger bone. We see all your goddamn bones from this one picture. They say a picture can tell 1,000 words, and it's really showing us how many of y'all it is on government assistance, because y'all try to act like black people only be on government assistance. But since you said reporting live, why you want to report from that trailer park? Why you want to report outside your mama's apartment, little bitty apartment? Why won't you report outside of that trash can that you was born in, Gabe Lincoln? Why won't you take your ass, and go report down there the doctor that gave you that badass makeover? Did you miss your meeting? Did you miss the meeting down at the did you miss that meeting? I be wondering, let me tell you something. When people lose weight, it's just the weight just got to look a certain way. Like you can tell when somebody done been in the gym and done lost some weight, changed their diet. But then, you get to looking like, I'm talking about really a raisin. I mean, if you pull a raisin out of the box, this is literally what you gonna get, Gabe. Probation parole officer Gabby. Look at her. Look at y'all. Where did Gabe get this goddamn black and khaki? He said, I'm doing home visits today. Me and my titties is doing home visits today. Gabe, they said you still ain't got a man, bruh. They said you still ain't got a man. They said you still sitting on that goddamn in that small ass living room that looked like the Blues Clues house with your legs crossed, watching baddies done left your family for the black folks. But we gonna blame JoLeeShine for bringing this police officer ass nigga around. Jolie, we gonna blame it on you. We're gonna blame it on you and them goddamn goats, okay? You the one brought this clown around, and now he a probation parole officer, want to be a spokesperson, but then want to violate people on their goddamn probation. Okay, I'm not on probation, bitch, so you can't violate me, fuck nigga, okay? You will not be coming to do no home visits, pump pussy ass nigga, okay? Did you leave your gear in the car? Do you have any proof that Aunt D told you to get online and tell us what was going on with her son? Because you're not the media outlet. You're not the news. You're not a reporter. You is a clout chaser. They say all you do is clout chase off black people. You run to one creator to the next creator to chase clout, laugh in their face until you stab them in the back like you did Jolie. Jolie tried to tell y'all. Jolie, why you tried to tell these people when you should have been looking in the mirror telling yourself? You know what? That mirror, Jolie, I don't know why You just won't befriend that mirror. That mirror will be trying to tell you every fucking thing about your life, but you just won't listen. So she hooked up with probation parole officer, and now he got a spot at the barbecues. They keep letting him come to the motherfucking barbecue, you know. And he, he feels like that, hey, he can come out here and report, and you can do what you want to do. I report the news. Ain't nobody gonna tell me to stop reporting no news, but they just felt like that you was just clout chasing. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't really professional in giving, the news stories and stuff like that. Maybe we need to start reporting on your motherfucking ass and the bullshit you got going on, and the people that's roasting and toasting your, gazoo looking ass down to the ground. What y'all think? So, anyways, this guy done came out. Somebody on TikTok done put a video out on probation parole officer Gabby. Okay, that's what her email signature say. Probation PPO, probation parole officer Gabby. Okay, probation parole officer Gabby was out here being the spokesperson for Aunt D's family, knowing Shay, Bria, or Chris didn't like his motherfucking ass. We know Bria didn't like your motherfucking ass. I know every time you can't, Bria like, fuck this, get him out with the body slammers. We know Bria didn't like you. Shay just tolerated you, but we already know these people don't like you. The only person that like you is Aunt D, and you can't do nothing for Aunt D. You can't give her no dick. You can't give her no love. You can't tell her none about no black stories, no black history stories. You can't even tell us about Martin Luther King having a dream, you pussy ass nigga. All you can tell us about is that probation parole paperwork down at the North Carolina Department of Corrections, huh? So they did say, Gabe, that you need to give that TikTok money that you made all them views to Miss to Shay and Bria. Okay, all that money that you made on TikTok, all that money, that you got off of her son's death, coming online reporting stuff that the news already done reported. You double reporting because you're trying to get a double check. And they say you need to go ahead and donate all that money. Okay, all that goddamn money that you done got off of Miss D's son's name, you need to give it to Shay and Bria, because they're gonna need some snacks and some Scooby-Doos and some frosted flakes. Okay, all of the food that's in your house, you need to be taking it over to their goddamn house, because you finna get a good check. Okay, because we know you ain't gonna get no money to Aunt D now. We know you ain't gonna donate no flowers. We know you ain't gonna put no money to go towards no funeral. You probation officer, you just like the court system motherfucking credit card machine. All you do is take. You don't ever spit out nothing to give to nobody. I'm just trying to understand. And I hope if you do, decide to keep that money, you go get you some face fillers. Go get them to blow that face up. Go get you some Fits or Flat. Put the tube right in your mouth and squirt it until your face blow up. Okay, put some helium in your damn folks. We want to see the old Gabe Lincoln. Okay, we want to see the prissy sissy that was running out. We don't want you to be no spokesperson for nobody. We will not take you serious at the press conference. Okay, we laughing at you. We looking at you. Okay, because you a fool. And JoLeeShine should have kept you. Okay, at the fucking
farm. We all know
that
Aunt D lost her son. That is so sad. That is a very traumatic situation. But I just feel like at this point, Gabe is really reaching, because you already got on here and
we all
said
know that
everything that happened. And okay, that was fine. We all know that Aunt D lost her son. That is so sad. That is a very traumatic situation. But I just feel like at this point, Gabe is really reaching, because you already got on here and said everything that happened. And okay, that was fine. That was cool. You said you got the permission from her to do so. But it's like now every time I get on this app and I'm scrolling, it's a new video of you talking about the situation. It's a new live of you talking about it. It's just like, what is your motive for real? Like, is you trying to get caught off the situation? Because after I speak on the situation, if it got some death or some shit involved, I'm not finna keep talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. Second of all, you have to put other people's feelings into consideration. Just because Aunt D is not coming to you like, okay, you can stop talking about it, you can stop this, you can stop that. She don't want to keep having to see these videos and shit going down her news feed. It's bad enough that she's going to see them because of who she are, but she follows you. So she for sure going to see all of that. Time she click and log on this internet. You said it once, don't say it twice. Like, damn, you don't have to keep saying it. You don't have to keep talking about it. Find something else to talk about now. Because at the end of the day, don't no mother want to keep hearing about the same situation when they finna have to live through this shit anyway. I feel like the bitch clout chasing. I'm just gonna say what I'm just stop clout chasing, bitch.
Probation parole officer, they talking about you. They talking about you. Let me show y'all who he talking about. He talking about probation parole officer Gabby, who you see right here. You clout chase Gabby. And we don't want to see this comb over no more. Listen, I'm gonna just say this. You know, looking at you, Gabe, with all of this clout chasing that you be doing off of these black people running to content creator, they won't even work with a black creator because they trying to work. Like, what does Gabe let me ask y'all a question. What does Gabe bring to your content? Like, what does he bring? Like, what does he bring? Like, is he a comedian? Like, what do he do? What is he viral for? Because all I know you viral for is being a probation parole motherfucking officer with them wop-sided water balloon titties on your goddamn chest, running around city to city, trying to be in everybody's video, I mean, it's giving groupie. It's giving I don't have my own motion going on. It's giving, you know, I made it now. But why you ain't go back and get your trailer park living ass family? Why you ain't go back and get Bubbo and Tina May? Why you ain't go back and get Lily now? You gonna leave Lily in there with the dead goldfish, bitch? He gonna go to Roses, and I got him one of them cheap ass TVs, and I'll put up in the living room with baddies on them across his goddamn dirty ass feet with them yellow ass toenails. With them yellow ass toenails. Lord have mercy. And you know, Aunt D ain't gonna probably say nothing. Like, she probably ain't gonna say, Gabe, stop, that's enough. But dude really got a point. You every time you get on TikTok, all you see is this comb over looking ass motherfucker, this probation parole officer ass nigga. That's all you see on the timeline. Well, bro, you look like skeletal remains. That's exactly what you look like. You look like skeletal remains in the face, and you look like a vampire because we see them two sharp butcher knife teeth down there at the bottom, if you can see. But you know, that's what they love to do. They love to clout chase off black people's pain, baby. That's where they get their money from, but they don't respect us. They don't like us. Y'all don't think Gabe be in the house calling black people niggas and stuff? You know he do. I'm tired of these niggas. But then when he get around the black people, oh, I love them. You know you done called us the N-word. Y'all think Gabe ain't never done called us the N-word? You mean to tell you don't think Trump done called us N-word? You look at the comments, you see all these black people roasting you. You know damn well Gabe done called us a bunch of niggas. Okay? He the same picture that he done sat on that nasty ass couch. Okay. That got crumbs and light bread between the motherfucking pillowcase. I mean, between the goddamn the pillows and shit. Y'all know he done sat up there and watched them girls on Zeus and baddies fighting and gonna call them neck. They done called them niggas. You know, and probably sitting up in the house calling Aunt D dumb. She don't even know. I'm just using her son to get some clout. Yeah, you using to get clout. Save it for the news reporters. Let the people that do report news on a daily basis. We don't want to hear you being no spokesperson. All you do is stab your friends in the back and clout chasing. You a probation parole. Anytime you see Gabe, be like, what's up, probation parole officer? Okay. So that's what it is. Gabe, leave these people alone. Stop clout chasing. Okay. We want to see you. We want to see you report on some white people. Why you don't never report about the white people that's dying in your community and them standing in them long ass lines down there at the social service department? I just want to know. When are you gonna go out there and report on your people? Why are you reporting on our people? When you gonna go out there? When you gonna do some content with Hannah Montana, bitch? When you gonna go call our Carly and Sam them and tell them you want to get on the show? When you gonna get in a movie? Where your manager? All right, y'all. Anyways, listen. We will be back live again on tomorrow, round 3 tomorrow. We will be back live again on tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Thank y'all so much for tuning in on tonight. Listen, if you have a story, make sure you send it to newstip@thencbeat.com. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, anyways, we back live again tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Y'all. Listen, I better not see you, Gabe. You see this flash? You see this flashlight right here? Huh? You see me talking to you? I better not see you. And I'm gonna email Aunt D and ask her, did you give her that money that you made? Because they say you got about 400,000 views, 200,000 views, 300. You're probably gonna be up by 1 million. You're gonna be eating real good. Your fat ass, your fat skinny ass gonna be eating real good off off Aunt D's son. Okay. Cause all them videos that you dropped, you didn't have to drop. All you had to do was drop 2 videos. Y'all, we're so sorry to report. Aunt D gave me permission to report that her son jumped off a bridge. But I feel like, why would you even want people to know that? You should have made 1 video. Y'all, Aunt D gave me permission to tell y'all earlier today, her son jumped off a bridge in Knoxville, Tennessee. They've been there all day, and sadly, her son has passed away. 1 video, probation officer, Gabby. 1 video. That's all you had to do. 1 video. You could have tied all that into 1 video, but no, you want to get 6 different checks. I mean, you want to get 500 on this video, 500 on that video, and then get on Facebook and say, oh, Facebook just sent me my check. TikTok just sent me my check. Thank you. Let me see what is camera. You hear me talking to you, Ratatouille. Y'all don't know where. Let me show y'all what Ratatouille look like. Then we gonna go. Let me show y'all what Ratatouille look like. Ratatouille the rat. I'm gonna show y'all what Ratatouille look like. So it's so sad. I got to pull it up on Target.com. Oh no, we definitely ain't going to Target. Hold on. Well, you know what? Target ain't did nothing to me, but I'm gonna show y'all Ratatouille. This Ratatouille right here. This Ratatouille right here, y'all. That's That's Ratatouille. Okay, now when you look at Ratatouille, who do you see? You see probation parole officer Gabby Lincoln. All right, y'all. Anyways, I'm gonna email Aunt D and ask Aunt D if you sent her that money that you made off her son's death, Gabby. You probation parole officer, you wop-sided, you wop-sided titty having ass motherfucker. And y'all make sure make sure that he understand that Gerald Jackson, the baddest blogger, and I know you be in Greenville, North Carolina. So you gonna hear about this video. Make sure your pump puss ass give Aunt D that money that you made off her son off all them videos. You should have just did 1 video, but you clout chasing. You see how I told you 1 video you could have did it? Aunt D ain't tell you to do all them. Did she tell you all them many times to make a video? Or did she say yeah to this video and you took it upon yourself to say it was yes for all the videos? Huh? We watching you, Popo. All right.